Hey there, Hofstra fans, and welcome inside the WB Mason Coaches Report here on GoHofstra.com. I'm your host, Julian Coltree, joined by the head coach of the Hofstra Pride men's lacrosse team, Seth Tierney. Coach, how's it going?
Julian, thanks for having me.
Well, let's get into the past week that was. You have two games this week for the first time this season. You have a game on Tuesday against Manhattan, a game at Georgetown on Saturday. What were your initial thoughts on the week?
Yeah, no, it was the first time that we're going to have a midweeker, and that changes your practice philosophy, and you got to go a little bit lighter so you're fresh for both. And but it was good to get back out there after the Princeton loss to have a midweek. You know, sometimes you just need to get back out there and try to change some things up. So you know, we had a focused get there practice. You know, just to learn about Manhattan, and just one day really to prepare, and then and play against Manhattan, and then turn it quickly around for Georgetown.
Make the point about Manhattan. Obviously, it's a midweek game, and you told me last week that that was a game for you guys, a game to go out there and be able to play. You know what? You really just stuck them to them. You win 18-0, first shutout since 1970 for the lacrosse program. What'd you like in that game?
Yeah, I mean, I thought the guys played really well together. I thought they were focused on the little things in the game, and again, you know, it was all about us. And as you know, with all the respect in the world to Coach Manita and the Manhattan program, that one it was about us, and we just needed to make sure that we were doing things the right way. The guys had some success. They can prove to each other that what we're doing is the right thing, and how we're doing it. So again, you know, regardless of the score, you know, the outcome was we got a victory, and then we had to, you know, switch gears.
How do you change the game plan that quick when you have that big of a win? You go out there and it's just you blow a team out, and then you have to get ready for a team on Saturday.
Yeah, well, we didn't know what the final score of the Manhattan game was going to be, but you know, Coach Unterstein, you know, Coach Brazel, Coach Gorman, we all had game plans ready to go for Georgetown right after the game on Manhattan. I mean, right after their celebration, we sat them down and we said congratulations on their first win. And here's the game plan for Georgetown. That's the coach's, you know, job to make sure that we can refocus. And I think they did a good job of that, of refocusing, you know, cutting it loose, and then getting ready for Georgetown. Unfortunately, we left Georgetown without a victory, and that part is frustrating. But you know, I think that if you ask anybody that's involved with our program and the inner workings of it, you know, we were prepared for what they were going to throw at us, and we just, again, came up a little bit short. You know, the frustration level is there, but I will tell you, I'm awfully proud of our guys, the way they have stuck together, and we're going to get this right. I mean, that's our job. It's, you know, this is a weird spot. It's a new spot for all of us, being 1-3 and going into our 5th game. But you know, this is the hand that was dealt, and we have to we got to make sure we play the best hand we can.
Talk about that game against Georgetown. If you look at the stat sheet, it really was a very equal game. It splits on face-offs. You guys only missed one clear. Offensively, you put 10+ goals on the board again. Mike Malave has a career day, but it was that 4-0 run for them to start the contest, I guess you could say, really doomed you. What happened in that first couple of minutes?
Yeah, I mean, you know, we would never seen that part of it. And we have to fix that. I mean, that's our job. It's unfortunate that it happened, but it's a new experience for us. And as they come, you just tackle the experiences. Everybody's always been in a frustrating time in their life, or a frustrating time in their job, or whatever it may be. So this is frustrating for us, and we know what we need to do, and we just have to go out and do it while our game uniforms are on. It's we don't get, you know, we don't get judged on how we do in practice. It's what goes on in the games. And we're getting there. I stand completely by our guys. I love the energy in our locker room. I love the leaders. I love the focus. And again, maybe just this team, it's just taking a little bit longer to click.
Coach, I talked about Mike Malave. He's a senior now. He's coming off a career year last year, and he seemingly has just continued right where he left off. Have you seen him take it even further to that next step in the first couple of games?
Yeah, Michael's you know, he's a wonderful, wonderful person. He's a hard-working guy. You know, his family has done a wonderful job with him, and Michael has earned everything that he's getting. You know, he was out shooting all summer, all fall, lifting, came back in shape, was a leader. You know, he's wearing a lot of hats for our program right now. He's picking people up. He's getting after people. He's doing a lot of things for us right now. And while all that's going on, he's putting up some good numbers himself as a midfielder. So I'm awfully proud of Michael. We want him to continue and go out on top. That's one of his dreams, is to, you know, to get to that NCAA tournament, to win the CAA championship, and those dreams and goals are still there and ready to go, even though at 1-3. So we're trying to turn this thing around, and we have a big opponent away at Ohio State this week, and we'll see what happens then.
Let's talk about that contest. You bring it up, Ohio State Buckeyes on the road. You guys played them here at James M. Short Stadium last year. You upset them, and now you get the opportunity to go there and play. What do you see with them? They got a guy named Jesse King who's one of the best in the country.
Yep.
How do you shut him down, and what's the game plan?
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna have to know where 19 is. You know, from all of these interviews, I'm a numbers guy and less than the names guy. So we got to know where 19 is, and 19 really works well, and he makes it go out there. And then with 5 and 14 and 12 and those guys out there, it's gonna, you know, their offense is very, very potent and very lethal. And defensively, they've got a goalie that's making saves. They got probably one of the best face-off guys in the country. That's going to present, you know, a challenge for Chris and our wing guys, and we're going to need to do a great job with that. You know, Marquette came back and beat them in the last couple of seconds, and we got a chance to watch that game, and we're breaking it down right now. We're going to show our guys throughout the week, and then on Friday we'll get on a plane and we'll fly down to Columbus, and we'll put our best foot forward.
Only contest this week, no midweek game. So what it comes down to is, what do you think is going to be the key, and how do you get the guys revved up for Saturday?
I mean, knowing what we know now at 1-3, focus and poise. You know, you know, during the Georgetown game, we lost a little bit of focus, which in turn knocked the second domino down of losing some poise. And then we go down and we get 2 penalties twice, and we're 2 men down 2 times. And, you know, they score 3 man-up goals, and you lose by 2. We got to have focus, and even when you lose focus for a minute, you can't lose poise. Poise has to remain in our back pocket the whole time, and we're working on that this week.
Coach, thanks as always for the time. That's head coach Seth Tierney. I'm Julian Coltree. This has been the WB Mason Coaches Report.